Hi guys, this is App Unwrapper. I'm here with Puzzlepops by Layton. The game has been out already for like 6 weeks now. It originally had 100 levels, and while I really enjoyed them, I thought there was some filler. It ran out a little too quickly, but the developer has since added another 50 levels, and all of them have been super tricky and challenging. So I wanted to do a little bit of a video review, and I'll first show you some of the early mechanics. So this is the first level. As you can see, I completed all of the levels already, all 150. So it's introducing the basic mechanic, which is that you swipe candy to move it along the line, the track. And if two of the same candy collide, they make a bigger candy. They merge to make a bigger candy. So the little dotted line is the goal, and now if you slide it in, that completes the level. So then it shows you a little bit more challenging, where you have to slide it somewhere where, like if you just go straight like that, you pass over it. So what you have to do is follow the track and go that way. So it gets a little bit more challenging, but as you can see, the earlier levels are basically just showing you the ropes. Like for this one, if you do this, that's wrong. And you won't be able to fix it unless you use the undo button, which only has 5 moves. So I ran out. I would have to start over now because there's no way for me to get a piece back to where it needs to be now. So what you need to do is, so the order matters, so you need to go there first and there. So again, really basic now, but it's showing you how to do it. And now it introduces more difficult puzzles, 2 different types of candy. So again, you can swipe around. Now 2 pieces can't collide if they're not the same type of candy. So the red one being in that spot blocks the yellow from going in. So if you do that, you can now So the game really shines the new levels because you know everything. You've done enough that the developer can trust you to just throw everything at you. But again, earlier levels, very basic. So let me show you later ones as it gets more difficult. Let's try this one. So there's jawbreakers. They smash your candy. Candy's gone now. But we need that. So let's go undo. And now, see, I'm going back to levels. I already completed these all, but even so, I have to remember how to solve them. I don't remember. So let's see. Nope, I can't do that. See, now I have to redo it because I got that stuck there. But this should work. And this. Wow, I forgot how to do this. Let's first get that up there. Yep, I messed it up again. See, only level 24 and it does get tricky. How did I do this? That one's in the way now, and I see what I mean. I'm gonna have to think a little while I solve it again. this one has to go. Ah, there we go. I forgot how to do it, but now, okay. So yeah, even going back, I already my memory's a little rusty. So this level, you have a shake mechanic where if you shake the screen or double tap, it a bunch of pieces will slide over, unless you do something like, oops. Well, actually, I need that, but see what happens if you don't pay attention. So let's say you go like this. We actually don't need these two things. So, but if you block it, you can't move. So if you go like this, and now get them out of the way. Oops. Kind of needed them, didn't we? But, so I'm not going to solve all the puzzles for you. I just want to show you they get more complicated, but there's still, you know, some levels where you're being shown the ropes. Trying to find. So this one, if you shake on this, it switches it. So you have to be careful, because later on, you'll have other things moving at the same time while you're shaking. So here there's ice. If you freeze two pieces, or even if you just freeze one, then they can't mix together. So that's a good way to move pieces around and keep them from colliding. And then you shake twice to break it. Also, let's see if we can find one. Hearts. So if you freeze a heart, well, if you move a heart, they near each other. They attract. They're magnetic. But if you freeze it, look what happens when you freeze. Now they don't attract each other. You can shake. So many different mechanics. It's really laid back. There's no timer, no move count limit. It's really stress free. Just play around there. Let's see. So these you shake. They're jawbreakers that smash things. So gotta get it out of the way. And I forgot how. Again, I don't want to solve everything for you, but this is what I mean. They get tricky. They make you think, but they're relaxed. It's perfect for just sitting and staring and playing around with it. No stress, no worry about whether the controls are finicky. I mean, it even has an undo button for 5 moves. So here you have fire, and if you pass through a flame, it either shrinks you down one size, or completely destroys you. So we need that, but the jawbreakers can help with that. See? Still have to figure out how to get back there now. So another tricky one. Sorry about the honking horns, by the way. How do you do this one? I forgot how to do this one again. Ah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, it takes a little bit sometimes for me to remember, but so it starts getting harder even within the first 100, despite some of it being filler. But when it really gets great is after level 100. Look at 101. Introduces the snake, and this was just a really great feature, a mechanic to introduce. So the snake, you slide around, chases his tail, and with this one, you know, again, just introducing the mechanics, so it's straightforward. But you can take it a little further, and here he gets in the way. Not going to solve it for you, but as you see, you have to use the snake as you have to move him around the right way. You can get him stuck. See now, there's no way to move out of this because the snake can only move in the direction his head is facing. So you get him stuck, you either have to undo it or restart. But then you get levels. Not gonna show you. Trying to find one. This has no snake. Where is it? I'm trying to show you one with so you can use the snake to help you separate hearts. Like that. Where's the one? And you see ice. Ice is a great mechanic. So what happens if you slam a jawbreaker at ice? It prevents it from getting smashed, but it does break the ice. Let's see. Ah, okay, so look at this. If you smash a jawbreaker through a snake, anything that didn't get smashed stays on the board. So the head can still move around, but this part is stuck here and it's blocking that red piece. So I'm going to start over, and you can move it again and then smash that piece. Now let's see if I can still... Well, I don't want to do that yet. So now I kind of got stuck there. Let's see if that does it. There we go. So the snake adds such a big, it's just so big. It changes things so much. Here, again, you have to shake, and everything shakes together. Everything that works with shake moves together. So the jawbreakers are going on these green sort of teleporters, while the arrow shakes. I'm not going to show you how to solve that, but now it gets even harder. You have these paths that have a limit to how many times they can be used. So that disappeared now that the counter went down. Now that disappeared. Again, not going to show you how to solve it, but it gets really, really clever. For if you're a puzzle fan, I can't recommend this game enough. So look, candies, the hearts attract, but you still only need 2, so maybe you can go through the fire. Let's see if you do that. Oh no, we need 3. So oops. So how do you get past the hearts past the flames? That's the big question. Well, first of all, so that one wasn't. Oh, I lied. It was a difficult one. Okay. So that over there, and now, there we go. So some are a little easier than others, but for the most part, it scales properly. So now you need to use the snake again to get these yellow pieces. Very tricky. I mean, I'm just playing around right now. I'm not trying to solve it. But it's fun to even just slide the snake around play with it. Really great mechanic. It changes the game so much. I'm amazed that the developer even added so much content shortly after the game released, completely for free. It more than doubled the worth of the game. So if you like uh, relaxed but challenging puzzlers, I can't recommend this game enough. This one was a really tough one. I'm not gonna solve it for you because that's the joy. I mean, what's great about these is you can stare at them for hours, and then all of a sudden, it'll just click, and it feels so good when you solve it. That your brain finally worked. So there, you don't want to do that. But what happens? See, you can slide around. If you get stuck here, you smash the snake. That's not good either. I really don't want to solve that one for you because it's just too good. But let's say, look at this one. So you've got sliders, you've got the hearts. You can, oops. You can freeze them. And so in this case, you actually need to smash these, I believe. But again, I'm gonna let you solve that for yourself. I really think you should. And what's nice is that when you unlock a section, you can play the levels in any order you want. So for me, this level 136 is the first one of the latest content, and I solved it last. I got through all of them, but I kept going back to 136. Couldn't figure it out. Finally, it was actually a lot simpler than I originally thought. I got it. But if I didn't get it and I couldn't skip it, I probably might have quit the game altogether, because it's no fun to stare at a level forever, not know if you're gonna get it, and being able to skip it and look at something else and come back to it is really great. I wish more developers would do it. Unfortunately, most think that everything has to be linear, one level at a time, maybe 5 levels at a time, but the fact that in this game you often are unlocking 15 levels at a time, it's just really great. So really cannot talk highly enough about it. Don't judge it based on its looks. I know even when I originally saw it, I didn't think it looked so special, and it was special, but the first 100 levels did not explore it as well as the latest ones. I mean, some of them are just pure evil, but I solved all of them. It just took a lot of trial and error, thinking them through, and in the end I was able to get it. And it feels really good when you get one that you've been looking at for a really long time. So again, that's Puzzlepops by Layton Hawks. It's only $2. You get 150 levels, and the last 50 alone, I mean, they're worth a lot more to me. I hope more content gets added. I hope the game is successful enough for that. Check it out if you like relaxing but challenging puzzlers. Again, Puzzlepops. And if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Bye bye.